If you get asked a question that you don't know the answer to, that's perfectly okay. If you should have known the answer and you haven't prepared well enough, well, clearly you've got some actions in your debrief to prepare better next time. But if you still don't know the answer, which clearly you don't, which is why you've put it in there, then firstly, I'd acknowledge the question. Thanks so much for the question. Acknowledge it, clarify, make sure you actually understand what the question is. Because sometimes it seems like a curveball because you might not have understood what it is that they're asking. So gratitude, thank them, play it back, and we'll talk about feedback in a minute. Play it back, and then if you genuinely don't know the answer, there's a few things you can do. One, take it on notice. But I'm a huge fan of writing down. So if you've got a pen and a paper and you're on a lectern or you're in a meeting and you've got your notebook open and you get a great question, write it down. So thanks, Tina, for the question. Just to confirm, you wanted to know about curveballs. And then you're waiting, you're actively listening to make sure that that's correct. You've clarified the question, write it down. I'm going to take that down and I'm going to get back to you. Or if you do know the answer, but you're getting to it later, take it down. Because what happens quite often in senior leadership team meetings, and it used to happen to me quite often in banking, you get thrown a question and you're going to get to that on slide 4 and you're on slide 1 in the exec summary. And so the leader goes, I want to know about this. I'll be like, Les, that's a great question. Thank you so much. Just let me write that down. Just to replay, this is what you want to understand. If you don't mind, we'll get to that in 3 slides. I assure you we'll get to it. And then keep going. If Les is the chair of the board and really wants to know now, you might need to skip forward, but I would take the audience on a journey. I'll be like, let's pause. We're just going to go forward to answer this question. Answer the question. Does anyone have any further questions related to that? Careful with that question because it just could go way off track. And then bring it back. So let's go back and we'll continue to flow through the presentation. I'd always try and control the narrative. If you're on a stage, same thing. You can take it offline. In a meeting, you can divert to someone else. If you're the leader and you think one of your team is the subject matter experts and they know, throw it to them. Throw it to them on a really good length. You know, this might be in Johit's remit. Johit, do you mind if I just throw you this one? Because I'm pretty sure you might know it. If you don't, that's okay. How do you feel? And Johit's either going to have that petrified look on their face because they have no idea what you're talking about, or they're going to lean in and answer for you. So you can take it on notice. You can pass it to someone else. You can proceed to it if you've got it. If you take it on notice, or if you mention you're going to do it later, probably the key thing is make sure you actually come back to it. Think about the trust equation, right? There's a great book, The Trusted Advisor. The trust equation. Trust equals credibility plus reliability plus intimacy, and all that's divided by self-interest. Self-interest at the bottom, because if you're in it for yourself, the top things mean nothing. But the credibility and the reliability is you saying you'll get back to them and then doing it, So that's probably, there's a lesson on that in the Speaking Academy, which we'll talk about later, which goes really into detail, and there's some handouts as well.